Coming up on this edition of Talk of the Town from the CIC, the Executive Director, Norm Blanchard. We're also going to have from Secret Santa, Jerry Schaefer. We will have from the Guernsey County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Carla Kearns, as well as the Sheriff himself, Jeff Payton. And from the Cambridge YMCA, it's Tacey Bates, all on this edition of Talk of the Town.
From the U.S. Bank Studios in downtown Cambridge, Ohio, it's Talk of the Town.
And it's a brand new week of Talk of the Town, live to tape from the U.S. Bank Studios here in beautiful downtown Cambridge. Boy, Jeremy Scott manning the cockpit. Of course, we're sitting in the chair here. The snow is starting to fall behind us. You can tell what time of year it is. It feels like it. I'm just glad that Adam Green, our Mr. Producer Man, came up and he started up the heaters a little bit before I got here. Thank you, Adam. He's just so good to me. What can I say? Folks, packed show ahead of us. Let's hop right into it. Joining us first and foremost, the one who makes it run, the Executive Director at the Community Improvement Corporation. He is Mr. Norm Blanchard. Pleasure to see you, my friend.
Nice to see you, Jeremy.
Now, this guy, for those who don't know, he is a staple on this show, and he has not been up here since I took over the reins from Perry, so I'm really excited about this. Let's hop right into some of the business going on. First of all, a couple of things that I know made the rounds, especially on the ABC News, both on the radio and also on the website. Two things, Rural King and WITS.
Oh, glad you asked. You know what, Jeremy, it's funny because some of these companies that come in are so secretive they don't want anybody to know anything. Rural King, on the other hand, makes an announcement through the radio and through the newspaper that they're going to come here. Instantly when they did that, they called our office and said we're going to have 40 or 50,000 square feet left over. So we started. We called Target. We called Kroger. Anybody who we thought might fill that space, thinking that it's a done deal. And even had a couple other restaurants that were looking at the outlots and so forth, and we thought let's make as much of a use of that property as we can. And so we're satisfied with that. All of a sudden I get a call from a holding company, and I can't remember the name of it. And they said, Mr. Blanchard, we wanted to talk to you because you are one of two sites we're looking at. We've looked at 18 different areas. We've cited them. We're going to put stores in 2 of those areas. And I said, well, I thought we were a done deal. He goes, well, no. And he said, maybe you get the store, but maybe not. It depends on what incentives that these different areas will provide. What can you guys do for us? Well, they're looking for tax incentives. They're looking for payroll deduction and those kinds of things. We can't give them tax incentives. That's an existing building. It's not like they're building new. So we gave them the traffic counts and things like that that make it look like a positive, even though we're not probably going to throw any money at them. We don't have the money to throw. So the bottom line is, instead of a done deal, we are now one of 2 sites that they will locate of the 18 they've selected. So it was kind of a kick in the butt we didn't expect because they made it look so positive.
Sure.
WITS, on the other hand, probably never should have gotten out. WITS, we deal with NAI Properties, which is a broker for, they have several buildings around here. You'll see their signs around, one of which was the building down there on the corner, the bank building on the corner of Woodlawn and Southgate. And we heard through the grapevine, through a broker, that WITS Ice Cream was looking very hard at buying that. And again, it appeared like a done deal. Didn't hear anything for a long time. And then in other conversations with the broker, we asked, what about WITS? And she said, well, the financing wasn't appropriate for what they wanted, so it's probably not going to happen.
Ah, that's too bad.
It is too bad, and those things, they come across to the public sometime as if you were running people off. That got on Facebook. Here we go again. You ran them all off 20 years ago. Now they're not the case at all. We extend ourselves all we can because we want the retail to attract population.
Absolutely.
On the other hand, you don't get the population without the retail, so it's kind of a catch-22.
Yeah.
But that's the story behind that. We thought we had them. Nobody ran them off. It was just a matter of they're going to do a business plan in every one of those 10 to 18 sites, depending on who you talk to, and they'll go where it's best.
I want to come back to Rural King for just a
Sure.
second. Who else are we in competition with right now?
Well, that's what we don't know. I started looking at that right away because I'm thinking, who around here? Well, we know there's one already in St. Clairsville. There's one in New Philly, and there's one in Zanesville. So they can't be too close because, we're probably close to their nearest stores they would want to be. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking, and I have no idea really who else. And it doesn't, I didn't really inquire. They may have told me if I asked, but it really matters as to what we're able to provide. Some of these companies don't ask for anything. Others will go exactly where their best bet for a business plan is, and that's what they look at.
It was pretty well thought around here that the Rural King was a done deal, like you mentioned.
Yes.
So if that does not come to fruition, what's plan B?
Well, plan B will be to do everything we can, and I'm going to make an assumption here. Rural King told us they bought that and all the outlots around it. So we'll assume that's true. If that's the case, if they don't locate there, we already have the contact person at Rural King Real Estate. We're going to help try to fill that with something else, something that we want. Everybody has talked about Kroger. I mean, we don't want to compete with what we've got, but then again, competition might be good. Target, stores like that have an attraction to the population because it gives us an alternative. Right now, Walmart, good as it is basically our alternative unless you drive out of town.
So essentially, Rural King would become a lesser.
That's what they would be. Well, that's the assumption. I wouldn't think they'd let it sit blank or bare.
No.
So we'll work with them.
Waste of good space and also a waste of potential revenue for those guys.
Absolutely, and it's right at the crossroads there. They have a great traffic count. It should be a good site for them. We hope that'll override everything else, and it may, but we don't know.
And that old bank building, how long has that been vacant?
Oh, it's been a long time. It has been vacant for a long time. And Witt's would have been perfect. It's at a great location for them. And what happens with them sometimes, they come back. They try a business plan here. If it doesn't work the way they want, they look elsewhere. But then they come back, they may think it still is an option for them. So we'll hope.
And who actually owns that one?
That's a great question. I think it's still PNC, but I don't want to say that and be wrong. I'm not sure.
So the bank who owned it previously still does own it, you believe?
I believe that's the case, yes.
Well, I mean, it's like you said, it's been quite a while since it was filled.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It would be nice if something, even if it's not going to be Witt's, could come in there and fill that space, because that's prime location right
Well, and Jeremy, what we do, and I would say this to anybody in the public, if you have a property that's marketable, we take that and we take the information from it and we put it on our website through you guys up at AVC, and that goes all over the world. Now, most of what we get inquiries at our place is for manufacturing, but we do get some office space, and if the oil and gas begins to ramp up again, we're going to get more requests for smaller buildings. The Aldon Supply building is vacant now. We're going to try to get that marketed. So anytime we have any space of any kind that's marketable, we get it on the website and try to make sure we get it located, get it filled.
Well, Norm, I'll tell you, it's been a real pleasure for me to have you on the show for the first time since I've taken the reins, and I can't wait to have you back, and hopefully you'll have some exciting positive updates for us.
And there are a lot of good things happening, Jeremy. I hate to dwell on those two things that are negative, but there's a lot of good things out there.
Well, I'll tell you, we'll have you back on the show, and you can fill us in on that stuff
anytime.
Too. He is Norm Blanchard, the Executive Director of the CIC. Pleasure to have you, Norm. Thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely.
We'll come back and we'll have more Talk of the Town from the U.S. Bank Studios right here on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys to teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Ruth Dixon and her crew bring you the things you need to decorate your home with country charm and warmth. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/YRPTV and be sure to subscribe.
Back here at the U.S. Bank Studios, it is Talk of the Town. It is your boy Jeremy Scott. I do want to remind you to check out all past episodes of this awesome show that we call Talk of the Town. I know Adam Green really wants you to do it, folks. You can go back, you can watch the very first episode we ever did, or the last episode that we did. It's all on our YouTube channel, YRP TV. 'Tis the season, as I mentioned at the top of the show. It's starting to feel like it outside. There's no greater indication of the season that it is than when we get the folks from Secret Santa on set with us. Joining me right now, I have got Jerry Schaefer. Pleasure to see you, my friend. First and foremost, I do want to talk about something that is coming up this week, the week of this taping. That is this Saturday. It's at Walmart, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We call it Cram the Cruiser.
Cram the Cruiser.
Tell us a little bit more about what that is.
This is something that was an idea of state patrolmen. They got together and they want to cram the cruiser, so they went with the Sheriff's Department, Byesville PD, and city of Cambridge.
You let the sheriff's department, you let the sheriff's office in?
Amazingly.
Oh, man, I tell you, we've got Jeff Payton in the house, ladies and gentlemen. I had to send him a little shout out. But no, this is something where pretty much all the local law enforcement agencies team up and they help you out.
Yes, they do. It's also touch a truck, too, because now the kids get to go in the cars and look at all the fancy stuff. I don't know if they set the sirens off yet or not, but get to do some of that stuff. I think they filled almost 5 vehicles last year. What a good day.
I can tell you, folks, actually, they will set the sirens off if you want them to.
Okay.
I had Ferguson up in my humble abode, and he said that, yes, indeed, they'll make that happen if you bring the kiddos on up. But all the proceeds, everybody is to bring by an unwrapped toy.
Unwrapped toy. Once again, we take unwrapped toy because we don't know what a wrapped toy age group would be, and we down at Secret Santa shop, we have everything broken into age groups. Yes, unwrapped toys or monetary donations. Yes.
And again, the Cram the Cruiser event taking place 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. this Saturday at Walmart in Cambridge, and monetary donations will be accepted as well.
Always, always. You can give it to one of them because they see me, I see them, and you can always mail it to us at P.O. Box 304, Cambridge, Ohio, or stop at our Secret Santa shop, 323 Steubenville Avenue, here in Cambridge, the old Harper Hutchinson building, for those that remember that building.
Well, you could still see some of the lettering on the sides if you ever look there. You can actually see where it says Harper Hutchinson. So I think that's kind of neat that that's been preserved.
Yes, and last year I think we had the Cambridge art class come down and they decorated the windows with different kinds of drawings.
Very cool. So that is one big event that you guys have coming up. Another one is coming up at KFC.
Yes, we have a toy drive at KFC. They're another great sponsor with Liberty Volunteer Fire Department and also Castle Station Fire Department. They go down there and they collect toys.
Yeah, and so when is that going to be taking place?
That I am not 100% sure. I'm sorry about that because I haven't heard wind of it yet.
Okay, all right. So when that does indeed come about, I'm sure that you guys will put it on the radio.
Yes.
We'll all know when exactly it's going to happen. We'll make sure that that gets some press. So just people should probably be keeping tuned to that. So a little bit more about Secret Santa. You guys are always looking for volunteers.
Always looking for volunteers. It's amazing how many volunteers we go through. We have people who love to come down and wrap. We have people just go pick up toys because several of the churches will gather toys for us. Stores now have boxes out for toys. Then we have on Christmas Eve, that's when we have a lot of volunteers.
Yeah.
Organized chaos, as we call it.
So tell us a little bit more about what that night entails.
Well, without telling all the little kids, we have about 18 Santas who go out and about and deliver toys.
These are all legitimate Santas, ladies and gentlemen. All you kids out there,
Santas.
These are all legitimate Santas. I just want you to know that.
We also have the fire departments go out and deliver toys. The police departments help. Sometimes we'll escort the Secret Santa going out and about, yes.
So if somebody would like to volunteer and help you guys out, how do they go about doing that?
Stop down at our building at 323 Steubenville Avenue or give us a call, 439-0934.
So how about families who could benefit from Secret Santa?
Anybody who wants Santa to come to their house, we will take their name and deliver a toy to them.
Okay. And
give us a call.
Okay, same deal. Just make sure you give these guys a call and they'll make sure that they hit your house up on Christmas Eve. And there are, like you said, all kinds of different routes that are taken.
Yes,
I think that's neat.
It is pretty much pertain to Guernsey County too.
Mm-hmm.
It started in Guernsey County, I don't know, 30, 35 years ago.
Yeah. Secret Santa is a tried and true tradition around here. Anybody who has ever spoken to Jerry Shaver, I could tell you Jimmy Edwards, I can tell you some other great guys and gals who are associated with this awesome organization. And, anybody who could possibly make a donation, especially this Saturday at Walmart in Cambridge, please come on by, bring an unwrapped toy. Every single toy you donate, you don't know how many people you are helping out. You don't know how many kids whose seasons you are making just so much brighter just by doing that. Again, that is 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. this Saturday at Walmart in Cambridge. Don't forget, if you would like to actually drop by the Secret Santa building, that is the old Harper Hutchinson building on Steubenville Avenue, and they're always looking for unwrapped toys and monetary donations and volunteers, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like to go and you would like to see some of the most powerful stuff you'll ever see, go and check that out and go volunteer to be with them on Christmas Eve. You'll be a part of one of their routes, and let me tell you something, you won't leave with dry eyes. I'm just going to tell you that much right now. Jerry, anybody who has any more questions, is there a number they can call?
439-0934.
He is Jerry Shaver, one of the tried and true members of this tried and true tradition we call Secret Santa here in Cambridge. Jerry, time always goes so fast. Thank you so much for coming up, and thank you for all you do for the community.
Have a good day.
It is Jeremy Scott. We'll be back with more Talk of the Town right here on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home. Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/YRPTV and be sure to subscribe.
Back here at Talk of the Town from the U.S. Bank Studios in downtown Cambridge, it is Jeremy Scott. Folks, don't forget, if you ever have any sort of community event, head to yourradioplace.com, submit it there. We'll be happy to give that some press, whatever it is that it might be, as long as it's not for profit, folks. Something that is not for profit, dog tags. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very important that you get those on your canines. And that is why here to talk about that we have got from the Guernsey County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Carla Kearns, also the one who makes it run down at the dog shelter. We also have His Highness. His Hiney.
Should I do that?
Good to see you, Carla.
Sir?
You as well, Jeff. All right, so let's talk about these dog tags. Obviously, very important to get those on your dogs. I mean, I'm not joking when I say that, because we need to know if a dog gets loose or something like that, who it belongs to.
Right. The importance of the dog tags, everybody, it's the state law, everybody in the state of Ohio that owns a dog is provided to get a dog tag.
Okay.
Whether it's an inside dog, outside dog, whether it's out in the country dog, in the city dog, every dog in the state of Ohio does require a dog
Every
tag.
dog has its day, and every
Yep.
dog must also have his or her tag. is
Yeah.
what you're
Correct,
trying to say.
correct,
All right. So
correct.
how do people go about getting those
Okay.
tags?
So right now, dog tags are going to go on sale for the 2019 year, starting December 1st.
Okay.
December 1st, you're going to be able to go online and purchase those. Starting December 3rd, you're going to be able to get those in a couple different areas
Okay.
in Cambridge and Byesville. Orm's Hardware here in Cambridge is going to sell the tags. Guernsey Veterinary Clinic here in Cambridge. Of course, the dog shelter will offer those all year round, and the auditor's office here in Cambridge. Moore Brother Hardware in Byesville is also going to be selling those. The only place that's going to offer all year round is the dog shelter and the auditor's office of Guernsey County.
You guys have really partnered up with a lot of people to make this happen, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, you know, all the businesses that are helping us means a great deal to us. I mean, we're partnership. We got to have the cooperation with the community, and also the money from all the tags. It helps run the shelter. So Carla and her staff do a fabulous job there, and when running the shelter, it's costly. And you know, the commissioners expect us to, you know, be careful with our money. So the money that comes in from the tags will help us run the shelter.
And that leads me to my next question, Carla. How much do these tags cost?
So you can purchase a year tag, and they are $14. You can purchase a 3-year tag, which is $42, or you can purchase a lifetime tag for your dog, which is $140.
Okay.
And those can be purchased both at the auditor's office and at the shelter.
So it's much like a driver's license then. Whenever you go to get your plates renewed or something like that, you can get them renewed for a year, 2 years, whatever the case may be.
Yes.
It's much the same when it comes to dog tags.
Yes, they offer a couple different options.
Now, I'm going to give you full disclosure here. I'm a cat person. I don't own a dog. And Adam Green is also a cat. He's actually got a female cat named Gary, but that's a different story for a different day. Yeah, I don't know if there's a little Caitlyn Jenner cat action or what's going on there.
My kid named it after SpongeBob's cat.
There you go.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay. But SpongeBob's cat's actually a male, right? Okay, yeah.
My kid was too.
So, coming back to the topic at hand, squirrel, what exactly goes on these tags? What all information is on there, Carla?
The information that's on the tag, there is a tag number. That tag number, when it's ran, it does come back to the person that owns the dog.
Okay.
And then it states, you know, that it's a Guernsey County dog, so that if we get a dog into the shelter and we see it's a Guernsey County tag, we get the number, we can go online and we can run that number and see who it belongs to. And also the public has access to that information also. If they would find a dog out in the area, they can go online to the auditor's office and run that tag to see if maybe it's the neighbors or the guy down the street that they could get the dog back to.
And Jeff, what are the consequences if you don't have a tag on your dog?
Well, unfortunately, we don't like to do this, but it comes with a ticket. We try to warn people first, because you might forget about getting a tag. But again, I mean, it's very important that they do get the tags for the dogs. Not only because it's the law, but it helps run the shelter.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to take the dog and give it back to the person that owns it also.
Absolutely.
Yep.
If there are any questions about this, can they call down to the shelter, Carla?
They sure can. They can call 740-432-2219, or they could contact the auditor's office. They hold all the paperwork for the dog tags.
Or the GCSO?
You can call us anytime. Yep, we're part of it. We run it, and actually she runs it, and I'm just here to help.
Again, you were just here to look pretty. And you did it so well.
Oh, thank you.
Deputy Carla Kearns and Sheriff Jeff Payne, always a pleasure to have you guys on the show.
Sir. Good to see you. I appreciate it.
It is Jeremy Scott. We'll be back with more Talk of the Town right here at the U.S. Bank Studios in downtown Cambridge. It's YRP TV.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
Segment 4 of Talk of the Town from the U.S. Bank Studios in downtown Cambridge. Thanks as always to U.S. Bank for allowing us to do what we do up here. U.S. Bank here in downtown Cambridge is where we do Talk of the Town. Ladies and gentlemen, just because the winter months are upon us, just because it's getting cold outside, that does not mean that you have carte blanche, which means free reign, to go ahead and just let yourself go. No, that's why the YMCA is here in town, here to tell us about some of the things they've got going on. I have got the one who makes a run. I've got Tacey Bates, one of our regulars here on this here show. So Tacey, tell me about this December Join deal.
Well, the whole month long in December, we are excited to offer yet again our Join fee promotion, where if you bring in 2 bags of non-perishable grocery items, we're going to waive that Join fee, which for an adult or family is a $75 fee that we're waiving if you bring 2 bags of groceries. You can go to Aldi's, Respecs, Walmart. We don't care where you shop at. Bring them in, and we take it all to Grace Pantry.
I was going to ask,
yeah. It's a great way to give back to the community and help the families who need food. It's cold out, and just because it's Christmas time doesn't mean that they are going to have everything they need. I know there are a lot of food bank options and things, but those food banks are serving a lot of people, so they need replenished. So we just do this every year in December as a way to kind of kickstart your New Year's resolution. Don't wait until January. There's nothing stopping you from starting in December.
Right.
So we like to do it every year, and it's been really, we took 5 big truckloads ourselves last year over, and when I say truckloads, I mean we've got the full bed of the truck, everything crammed inside. They came and picked some things up in the van. So people have been very generous with what they've brought in. We say 2 bags, but people bring more. But it's a great way to waive that Join fee. Then all you're responsible for is just your monthly fee. And you can get signed up in a matter of moments. It doesn't take very long. And once you're signed up and you get put in the system, you're good. You can go work out right then and there.
So that's good through the entire month of December.
The entire month of December.
All right. So there might be people watching this still in November, technically. So that means they need to wait till December 1st in order for this
Starting Saturday. So you can come start Saturday. We open at 7 a.m. and we are ready to go. I've had a few people that have called in and asked me already, are you doing the December Join? I said, yes, absolutely. So see you Saturday.
So people know to expect it. It's
Yes.
become something that you do each and every year.
Yes.
You know, we could talk probably all day long about that. I do want to go, though, for some of the youths around here. I know that you have some sports and you have some youth leagues that are going on as we speak.
We sure do. We will start registration also on Saturday, December 1st. Registration opens for our co-ed youth leagues. So we've got basketball, and for basketball, those kids are going to be ages 3 years old through 3rd grade. So that kind of pivotal age where they need to learn those fundamentals before they get into a school level team, because a lot of the local schools start in that 3rd grade group. Well, you know, these kids need a foundation and a base. So they can come to us and we'll do kind of the instructional period and teach them the rules of the game. And, you know, it's a great opportunity for kids to learn. And we also do indoor soccer. So that one is a blast to watch. Those kids are ages 3 through 9, and they come in and we set up a full rink that goes around the gymnasium, and they're in there just kicking the ball. But it's, again, the leagues will start out in the fall, and, you know, the EOSA leagues, to get that kind of base, they can come in and learn, you know, how to kick, especially with soccer, not using your toe, you know, simple little things that you wouldn't pick up unless you kind of played somewhere beforehand. And we always start at age 3 for those, so the little ones can burn off some of that energy because you're stuck indoors in the winter.
When I was an adolescent, I played in a few YMCA basketball leagues. We were not members of the YMCA, and you don't have to be a member to join.
You can be a non-member or a member. You can have multiple kids. We do have a kind of price break for you as you register multiple children. So, you know, a family with a couple is going to receive a break on each child additional. But no, members, non-members, you don't even have to just be Cambridge. You can come to us from Byesville, Caldwell, you know, New Concord area. We have them coming from a pretty far distance to get in because there's not a whole lot in the winter months for those younger kids to do. So we love being kind of a center where they can come on the weekends and do those sports.
And speaking of the youths, I know that you want to give a quick shout out to some very special gymnasts who are among you.
I do. I can't even describe. We have had 2 meets out of their schedule, and they've got several more to go to, but those gymnasts compete and they get scores on their events, and then based on those scores, they qualify for regionals, nationals, districts.
Right.
Based on their scores, 35 of our little over 40-plus team have already qualified for nationals only in the 2nd meet of the year. I mean, they still have the rest of the season to go, and they're already qualified for nationals.
Truly remarkable.
So huge shout out to the girls and the coaches.
Again, don't forget about the December join deal, where if you bring in a couple of bags of goods, then your join fee is totally waived. That is a pretty nice thing throughout the entire month of December. Stacey Bates, always a pleasure to see you. Thank you so much for coming up anytime. It is Jeremy Scott. We'll be back to wrap up Talk of the Town right here on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town. We'll be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Thanks again to all my guests on this edition of Talk of the Town. From the CIC, the Community Improvement Corporation, it is Mr. Norm Blanchard. We also had from Secret Santa, Jerry Schaefer. From the Guernsey County Sheriff's Office, Jeff Payton and Carla Kearns. And also from the Cambridge YMCA, the one who makes it run, Casey Bates. Folks, hey, high school basketball season is upon us. Make sure you head to our website, yourradioplace.com. Check out our entire schedule. For our Mr. Producer Man, Adam Green, I am Jeremy Scott saying, have yourself a fantastic day, night, or otherwise.